The Parable of the Lost Son. There was a man who had 2 sons. The younger one said to his father, "Father, give me my share of the estate." So he divided his property between them. Not long after that, the younger son got together all he had, set off for a distant country, and there squandered his wealth in wild living. After he had spent everything, there was a severe famine in that whole country, and he began to be in need. So he went and hired himself out to a citizen of that country, who sent him to his fields to feed pigs. He longed to fill his stomach with the pods that the pigs were eating, but no one gave him anything. When he came to his senses, he said, "How many of my father's hired servants have food to spare? And here I am, starving to death. I will set out and go back to my father and say to him, 'Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son. Make me like one of your hired servants.' So he got up and went to his father. But while he was still a long way off, his father saw him and was filled with compassion for him. He ran to his son, threw his arms around him, and kissed him. The son said to him, 'Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son.' But the father said to his servants, 'Quick, bring the best robe and put it on him. Put a ring on his finger and sandals on his feet. Bring the fattened calf and kill it. Let's have a feast and celebrate. For this son of mine was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found.' And so they began to celebrate. Meanwhile, the older son was in the field. When he came near the house, he heard music and dancing. So he called one of the servants and asked him what was going on. 'Your brother has come,' he replied, 'and your father has killed the fattened calf because he has him back safe and sound.' The older brother became angry and refused to go in. So his father went out and pleaded with him. But he answered his father, 'Look, all these years I've been slaving for you and never disobeyed your orders. Yet you never gave me even a young goat so I could celebrate with my friends. But when this son of yours, who has squandered your property with prostitutes, comes home, you kill the fattened calf for him?' My son," the father said, "you are always with me, and everything I have is yours. But we had to celebrate and be glad, because this brother of yours was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found." I'm going impromptu here. So that was the parable of the lost son as told by Jesus Christ. This story can be specifically found in Luke 15:11-32. Parable, Bible story. I've just told you the story, so I don't think I need to retell any of it. But what does the story entail? What does it all mean? So I think the most accepted meaning of this story, as interpreted by various people throughout history, is that the father represents God, and the 2 sons, the older one represents Christianity and or the Christians, and the younger son represents, the bad Christian. Okay, so the first one is the good Christian, second one is the bad Christian. Doesn't really practice Christianity, is a little off course, a little off path, straight off the path, So you can see it in the story, the younger son squandered his wealth off in some faraway land because of prostitutes or whatever. And, the main lesson or the main message of this story is that God is willing to accept and forgive you, no matter how far you stray away from Him. God's love is unconditional. Repentance and forgiveness are the main themes of this story. And But what is the significance of this story in my life? Well, not really much, since I don't believe in God. But I can see some value in it. Like, actually, it's pretty hard because I don't believe. But, you know, forgiveness, right? If it's your son and he's willing to improve, he's willing to, become a better version of himself, then why would you not accept him? He's willing to put everything on the line just so he could live just so he could live a good life again. So I think that's, even though I'm not a Christian, even though I don't practice Christianity, even though I don't believe in God, I think there is still some value in some of the parables, if not all of them, because these are they're stories with a lot of value. But so that's where I'll end it all. It's a very good story, probably one of the longest parables from what I've seen. But yeah, thank you for watching this, and thank you.